What's up, everybody? Juno2000 here. Back. Yeah, I'm back, folks. It's just a bit of a struggle with personal stuff, but I'm happy to be back. Brand new phone, and yeah, this be an update and what's going on. I've seen some new movies so far this year in August and early September, but of course also movies in July. But yeah, we're gonna have a the hangout stream. Everybody want to hang out at the stream. We'll be on Sunday, same time schedule. I'm gonna hang out with Sean in Texas, and we're gonna reunite the CWO. Yeah, folks, just happy to be back. Missed everybody. Missed doing the watch party with Sean in Texas and talking about all the good shit, the bad stuff, but some fun stuff during the pandemics. Not pandemics, like all the movies that we enjoy or some movies that we think is a piece of shit. Which is a good thing to say that word because Johnny gave me a funny gift here. But yep. I got a gift from Sean during the summer, and I also got a gift from Johnny. And I also got some movie haul here with movies I got from the thrift store and also from piece of crap Walmart that barely has any movies, which I'm surprised they still have any movies because they're like kind of like Best Buy. They barely put the movies out because the shelves are just empty. They're just always empty, even if it's the new stuff. It's super empty. Like there's not even like one movie on there. It's really bad. I don't know if they don't get them or they're just too lazy to open the box in the back and take them out and put them in the shelf and fill them up. But I don't know. I went to Walmart and got like 2 movies from Amazon. But yeah, let's get this started, folks. And yeah, I'll get my updates afterwards with more info. But I got a gift here from Johnny over at Wild Guys. Sent me a gift, which is pretty awesome. Which is like he sent me some beans, which is pretty funny, and also this pretty cool pin of Walmart sucks with Dracula with fangs, which is one of the logos that Johnny has on his channel. So like he always shows this a lot when he edits, where I say Walmart's a piece of shit. Pretty awesome. Thank you, Johnny. And also made me a pretty cool souvenir gift. Toilet rolls of one of the worst horror sequels of all time, Halloween Ends. What a piece of shit. Which is pretty funny and awesome because I despise this movie. I saw this for $5 at Walmart. I saw this movie on $5 on DVD at Walmart, and I refuse to buy that because I despise this movie. What they did to Michael Myers was pretty dirty. Like they just made him weak, and then he barely kills anybody in the movie. Like only like few, and then the movie's just boring and terrible. And I hate the ending. The ending's pretty stupid. I was rooting for Michael to win, like just kill everybody, and I'll be happy. That would have been a better ending. But nope. most of the crappy characters still live in that movie. So yeah, it is a piece of shit. Thank you, Johnny. And now I got the movie gifts here that Sean sent me. Sean over at Cinephile Sanity sent me movies. Sent me a copy of From Beyond, which is a freaky movie by Stuart Gordon. Like, it's definitely the most weirdest movie I have ever seen. The only con that I had with this movie, I do not like that they kill Ken Foree's character in the movie halfway in. Not halfway in, like most of the more in the movie, but I kind of wish his character lived more in the movie because I like Ken Foree from Dawn of the Dead and Leatherface, Chainsaw Massacre 3. But it's a good one. And then Sushi Girl, which I actually was surprised by this movie. I had never seen this movie, but this has Tony Todd, Mark Hamill, and also Danny Trejo's in a small part, and Jeff Fahey's in it too. Sonny Shiba has a small part in it too. But yeah, Sushi Girl, pretty interesting movie. And the movie also ends with, which I was surprised, they ended with the Dead President's song that Isaac Hayes sings at the end of that movie. And I'm like, they even sing it all the way to the end credits. Like, that's how Dead President even ends. So, like, wow, that is super badass. And it even made me want to rewatch Dead President. So, like, that's so cool. And it does have a satisfying ending. Like, it's not an ending that's downbeat or bad. I actually like this movie. And it's a bit of revenge, but a bit scary torture in it, which is pretty disturbing. But it does have a revenge ending, which is satisfying. And then I got Buried with Ryan Reynolds. And then Sean said Buried with Ryan Reynolds, which I remember seeing a trailer for this and never seen this one. I seen the trailer for it when it was in theaters. But it is a pretty tense movie. And yeah, crazy movie out there. One of like his serious roles movies where he's like buried and he has a phone and a light and he has to get out before he dies. And he doesn't know why he's buried. So it's like it's pretty claustrophobic throughout this movie. And then the next movie Hansen is Belko Experiment. Awesome movie. Of course, it's Battle Royale meets Office Space. Awesome movie. And it also came out the same year as Mayhem, but I actually like this more than Mayhem. And of course, Willard. Definitely a freaky rap movie with Crispin Glover, this is a remake of the original movie from the 70s. With Bruce Davison, who was in the original movie, as the Willard character. But Crispin Glover plays the Willard character in this remake, which is an underrated one. And even Arlie Ermey's in it too, which is pretty awesome. Where he plays the shitty boss that's yelling at him, and he even fires him in the movie. But he does get his comeuppance. You killed Socrates. Who the hell is Socrates? And then Willard unleashes all the rats to eat Arlie Ermey. And then also, Sean sent me this movie that we're about to do the watch party on. Bugs. Bugs is an awesome movie. Criminally underrated movie by William Friedkin. This is one of the most craziest movies that, if you've never seen it, definitely check it out. You'll watch this movie and you'll be crazed out of your mind. Like, this is such a crazy film by William Friedkin. Rest in peace, William Friedkin. It stars Ashley Judge, Michael Shannon, and Harry Connick Jr. The actors are pretty good in the movie, and like Michael Shannon does a crazy ass performance in this movie, where he's like insane. You don't know what's going on. just bash it insane. And also a great movie by William Franken. Crazy film, man. And I heard Kino's gonna do a 4K, which let's hope that's good. And then Sean sent me the Rocky collection, which is badass. And to me, this is cool to have on DVD. Like, I'm not really big on the 4Ks, but there's the original, the OG, then part 2, where he has the rematch with Apollo, and which I actually kind of like this one more than the first one because they do have the rematch and you finally get an ending because the first movie does end with, which I do like the first one. I used to not care for it, but I do like it. It's just I'm more a fan of this one because I like the rematch more because I feel like you got a satisfying ending because the first movie ended where in a draw. And yeah, I like part 2. That's my favorite Rocky movie. Part 3, Finding Mr. T, pretty underrated one and a lot of fun. And then part 4, where he fights Ivan Drago, Dolph Lundgren, badass movie. Fuck that director's cut that Stallone made. I know that's on the 4K, but I don't really give a shit about that cut. That cut is garbage. I prefer the OG cut. And that's a lot. This movie's a lot of fun. It doesn't make sense why they play Eye of the Tiger because that fits more with the third movie. It did not make sense why they had that director's cut change ending where they played Eye of the Tiger. Like that doesn't make sense. That was never the song that ended this movie. That was the part 3's movie that opened and ended the movie of part 3 with Eye of the Tiger. That was, but yeah. That director's cut sucked. And then Rocky 5, which it's not a good movie. And I don't really like it because it's really depressing to watch because after the events of part 4, Rocky loses everything because Polly's a fucking idiot. He makes a stupid bet by that he loses the bet and he makes Rocky and his family go bankrupt and lose the mansion and lose all his cars and they went bankrupt. So like it's pretty much Folly's stupid fault. He's an idiot. But they go rock bottom and he goes back to Philly. And he's a bit sad and depressed. So he has to be rock bottom, living in a low life now. And back to his neighborhood. But he still loves his family, his wife, Adrian, and his son. But and he also trains this boxer named Tommy Gunn, played by a real life boxer, Tommy Morrison, which his acting's okay. The reason his acting's not that good is because he's a real life boxer and he's not an actor. But I thought that the guy wasn't that bad in some parts. His acting may not have been great, but I feel like the fight with him and Rocky, with Tommy Gunn and Rocky in that street fight ending, I feel like that was actually the best part of the movie because it was actually a pretty brutal street fight. I feel like if that wasn't the ending of the movie with that badass fight, I feel like this movie would have just easily been a piece of shit. But I like that fight. It's pretty damn brutal. And originally Rocky was gonna die in that ending when he's in an ambulance all the way after he gets beat up by Tommy during the fighting. But Stone was almost thinking of doing that ending, but thank goodness they didn't do that, and they went with Rocky seeing Mickey's ghost. Who Mickey died in the third movie, which was pretty damn sad. But he sees Mickey goes and he tells him, "Get up, you son of a bitch!" And then boom, he starts kicking Tommy's ass, and he wins the fight. And they play the Rocky music. Badass movie. I appreciate Sean sending me these sets. This is more improvement over the 4K because I got the 4Ks last year and I returned that shit. That was awful. Complete garbage 4K release. Like this is better. Even though these may not be the greatest definition, because I know DVDs are not the best at times, but to me this is more watchable than the 4Ks. And besides, the 4Ks are not, they don't even have any special features for the sequels. Because Stallone's not gonna talk about the sequels. He doesn't even like he doesn't even like the third one. But yeah, thank you, Sean, for this gift that you sent. And now movies that I have here that got from the thrift store. 5 movie cult classics with movies by Bela Lugosi, The Double Bad and White Zombie. And then classics with Within Price, the House on Haunted Hill original movie, and the Last Man on Earth, which is a really crazy one. These are great. Like, most of these are great movies, but what sucks, they're all bunching together, and they're gonna get crappy quality, so they're not really. You can barely see anything that stands for in good definition. But yeah, but it's cool to have those classics. Next movie is Legacy with John Cena, Danny Glover, and Richard Clarkson. Pretty decent WWE Studios movie. I know their studio movie sucks, and most of them suck, but I enjoyed this one. I thought this was a pretty decent one, and I know John Cena's going to retire next year, so yeah, good luck on John Cena's career. Kicking ass in wrestling. Next one I got is Daybreakers with Ethan Hawke, Willem Dafoe, Sam Neill, and Isabel Lucas. Decent vampire movie. Not one of my favorites. I prefer From Dusk Till Dawn over this one. But I'd rather watch this over crap like Twilight. And the next one I got is Nothing to Lose. Pretty underrated damn movie with Martin Lawrence and Tim Robbins. Definitely a funny movie. But sadly, we're not going to get this on Blu-ray or 4K because stupid Disney owns this movie. Because they own Touchstones and Dimension and Hollywood Pictures. That's why most of the movies like Dead Presidents, Blood In, Blood Out are not going to get any damn releases because Disney has rights to those movies, especially this one. Hopefully one day it gets a good release. That's a very underrated gem. And I have Land of the Dead full screen. Pretty cool to have the DVD. I don't have the Blu-ray, but it's just there's some features that they don't have on the Blu-ray. And I truly enjoy this movie a lot. Rest in peace, George Romero. And then I got sealed DVD copies of Hamburger Hill. Pretty brutal Vietnam War movie. Definitely brutal. And then also a sealed copy of the 2-disc set of Blade Runner, Ridley Scott's classic, which is not really one of my all-time favorite sci-fi movies. I kind of prefer The Fifth Element over this one, but I do enjoy this one. I would say I like this more than the sequel, Blade Runner 2049, which is good, but I feel like this one is the better movie. And it has the better story. But to each their own, if many like the second one more. But it still has some good pros and cons to it. But yeah, that's my stuff that I found at the thrift store. Good titles. And then the next movies I got from Walmart. Here's the double feature of Mad Max Road Warrior and Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, which I like these two movies. And I also enjoyed the Furiosa movie. I saw that movie like a couple of times, and that was actually surprisingly good. And I would still say I like this movie than that piece of shit Borderlands movie, which that was a piece of shit. That movie sucked. I would say that's I would put that in my list as worst movies of this year. That's on that list because that movie sucks. And no wonder that movie bombed. Because that movie was complete crap. And yeah, it's PG-13 and all the shit is filled with CGI. Where this one's a PG-13 Max movie, and a lot of people didn't like it because of that reason. But this is more violent and action-packed. and it still has practical shit in it than that crappy Borderlands movie. Hell, just watch the fucking Mad Max movies. Hell with that Borderlands movie. And the next one I got is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Great John Hughes classic. And then I got Duel, Stephen Spielberg's. I would have said Stephen King, but Steven Spielberg's debut movie, their directorial debut film, with Dennis Reaver being chased by a crazy ass trucker that is more disturbing where you don't even see the guy. And it's also disturbing in the fact that is the guy had this guy done this shit before where he killed people off the highway, where he dipped them off the curves and just throw them off to kill them off the road. Like, that is scary because you don't even know what the hell, why this guy keeps chasing him. Yeah, scary movie. Great movie by Steven Spielberg. And also I got double featured of Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, which we are going to be doing a watch party for the 20th anniversary of Shaun of the Dead. And I like the Cornetto trilogy. Ah, damn it. This shit fell out. But yeah, I like the Cornetto trilogy. Yeah, I even like The World's End. Even though I like these two more, but I still like The World's End. But Shaun of the Dead, fun zombie classic from 2004 by Edgar Wright, and Simon Pegg is fucking hilarious. Even Nick Frost is hilarious. I like it more than Zombieland. To me, I think Zombieland's overrated. This one is better and more funnier. And Hot Fuzz is a hell of a lot funny, and definitely some good action in that one. And the other DVD I got, I went to Rasputin. I got like 2 titles. I got a DVD, sealed DVD copy of Stargate with a theatrical and director's cut on 2-disc set, and it was just $4. Theatrical cut with a director's cut on with Kurt Russell on the picture, and then the theatrical cut with James Spader. This is an underrated movie. I went to get this one because I actually like this one. I was watching it on YouTube, and I was like, wow, I forgot that this was a damn good movie, and I did not own this one. And I was like, watching on YouTube, I'm like, what the fuck? This is a good movie. It has a lot of good action. And yeah, definitely found it. I definitely went to go. I wasn't going to get a used one if I didn't find this, but I looked at all the new DVDs and it was there. I like Stargate. I think it's an underrated sci-fi film. And then the other movie I got from Rasputin was Chasing Amy on Blu-ray. Definitely a pretty good Kevin Smith classic film with a lot of drama mixed with some comedy in it, but been one of his more dramatic movies. Some people may not see it that way. They see it more funny because Kevin Smith is a comedy director. He directed like funny shit like Mallrats and Dogma, but and bit of Clerks has that drama stuff, but this was like one of his more dramatic ones, where Ben Affleck's in love with Joey Lauren Adams' character that's a lesbian, but Ben Affleck's a straight guy that's in love with her. And it's an interesting story. I like this one. I think to me this is one of his Kevin Smith's best movies, and I enjoy this one. Fuck Clerks 3. I'd rather watch this one. Good movie. Good performed by everybody. Even Jason Lee's pretty good in it. Nightbreed, the director's cut. I didn't get the 4K because that 4K is crap. Because it doesn't even have this director's cut on 4K. So, and guess what? This was actually cheaper than the 4K. Even though people would upgrade to the 4K, I'm not giving a shit about that 4K. Because that doesn't even have the director's cut on 4K. So, and that's the best cut. The reason why this movie, nobody didn't like this movie is because they didn't see the director's cut, because the director's cut actually had the full movie that Clive Barker wanted to be the theatrical cut. But they cut out a lot of scenes and stuff. So that's why the the studios butchered the movie and gave it a half-ass release where it has an anticlimactic ending, where this one has the better ending, this director's cut, and it's newly transferred with the 40 minutes of the director's cut. And I like this movie. And I forgot, man, how good this movie was. I was so into this damn movie. This was a fun movie. Good movie. And the last one, because of course I got this one from Amazon. And then the second movie I got from Amazon is a great classic, Cooley High, released by Criterion Collection. And this is one of my personal favorite movies of mine. Growing up, watching on VHS with the Orion VHS type. It was like mix of Good Times VHS release mixed with Orion. But it was the VHS that my dad had of this movie Cooley High, which is a pretty good movie. It's like people consider it as like the black version of American Graffiti. But it's a lot of fun. Pictures of the movie. Of course, the guy Glenn Turman, who plays Preach, he plays the teacher in Gremlins, which is Preach here. He plays the teacher, Mr. Hanson, who's Billy's teacher in the movie Gremlins. And of course, Lawrence Jacob. What's the guy's name? Lawrence Hillen Jacobs, who plays Cochise in the movie. He's like one of the main character, like one of the main characters in Rob Zombie's 31, where they have to fight all the people crazy that are trying to kill him. Like he's one of the characters that has like the Jamaican accent in that movie. So yeah, and they're both pretty good actors that playing the two lead characters, Cochise and Preach, and it's a fun movie, and it also has some good Motown classic music. From the Temptations to the Miracles, to Smokey Robinson, to the Four Tops, and all the good classics. Like that's the music that my dad loves to hear, and I like shit like that. That's some good music, man. A lot better than the current bullshit. But yeah, that's my movie haul, folks. And yep, and the gift that I got from Johnny, Wow Guys, and Sean over at Cinephile Sanity. Thank you guys for sending those gifts. And also I have movie hauls that show what I picked up while I was gone. And I'm happy to have my phone here, brand new, here to be back, folks. And be back for the watch party. And we are the Cinephile Order. Yep. And we still kick motherfucking ass. And all the haters, kiss our ass. All the haters, you guys can kiss our fucking asses. Because we are not fearing airing all that negative shit. All that bullshit. But all in all, the updates, I'm still going to continue doing my Alien movies with Prometheus, because I did left off with Alien Resurrection. That was my last video. I'm going to continue the franchise reviewing Prometheus, Covenant, and I also did recently, yesterday, just saw Romulus, which will be a review after Covenant. So, like, you'll definitely see my thoughts about that movie, and I actually was surprised by that movie. And I also saw this one too, Beetlejuice, the sequel to Beetlejuice. And I was right, folks. It wasn't woke. I was appreciated. I was happy that they didn't go with that stupid piece of shit route where, oh, they're going to go stupidly woke on this movie. Nope. It's an enjoyable movie. It's not, I would say it's not good as the first. I like the original movie more, but it's good. And the good thing, you get more Beetlejuice in the sequel. So, like, that's pretty awesome. And Michael Keaton's a lot of fun. And the cast are great, too. But the good thing is you don't see piece of shit Jeffrey Jones in the movie, which is awesome. Even though he's in this movie. And there's a scene that doesn't hold up where he's trying to find Ferris. at a pizza place, but he says your ass is mine, and it turns out it was a high school girl that was in Ferris Bueller, which is kind of creepy for him to say that your ass is mine to it to what he is. He's a piece of shit, but fuck Jeffrey Jones. But all in all, yeah, I'm gonna continue the Alien franchise, and I'm also gonna rank movies, the Alien films, and then rank the Predator films because I reviewed the I'm gonna review the because I reviewed Predator and franchise, and now I'm gonna finish up the Alien franchise. That'll be after the reviews, and yeah, I'm gonna continue doing the watch parties, and we'll be back, folks. I'll try to get some watch parties here on my channel, but I'm happy to be back, folks, to continue doing my content. Be back, and we are the CWO, everyone, and yeah, we're gonna kick some motherfucking ass. Have a good day, everybody. Take care, folks. Bye bye.